Spotted some deer here, pretty nice herd, and it's hunting season and they're on BLM land. But the folks we were camped near were hunting today and they didn't. Yeah, I think he probably had a buck tag. You can see their white behinds somewhat from here.
They're looking at you. One of them is keeping an eye on you. There he is, see?
Yep. Yeah, you can just barely make them out. They know how to stay hidden. Jerks. That's because I got a camera on them, see? Oh, there they go. Should run right through that. There they go.
Oh, it was really more. Well, that one last one was a buck, wasn't it?
Well, good day, as Tim would say. You might be wondering what Ted and Monica have been doing and what they're doing now. As you can see, we got a pretty nice view here. We were supposed to meet with a group of people and do a 3 or 4 day off-road journey. But due to some circumstances beyond our control, we're stuck with this. Yeah, we're glamping. Well, kind of. It is primitive here. There's no electricity, no water, only what we brought with us. And yeah, we're just about to walk down here to the water and try to feed some fish. Oh, we have been learning how to fly fish. So we're going to go down here and see if we can't find some smallmouth bass or some trout. There's all kinds of stuff in this reservoir. But anyway, just in case you were wondering, yeah, this is pretty much it. We're forced to sleeping in a trailer. Good morning from Rimrock Springs Wildlife Management Area. Yeah, this is well, we've never really been here before. It's one of those places where you just drive by, you know. We're on vacation, so we decided we were going to stop and take a look. We did that on the way in, and we discovered that there's some rim rock up here, some old basalt lava with some interesting, really interesting formations and stuff, and you can see the mountains off in the distance. So we thought we'd come back here in the morning when the light's a little better and take a hike. So this is what we're looking at here. Now the trail's about 2 kilometers, 1.25 miles or so. You want to go right, sweetie?
Let's try to set my watch.
Yeah, we got to go up the hill here for about 1/4 mile. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. So you remember those interesting basalt formations I mentioned? There's no telling how old this lava is. I have no idea. It's been here a good long while. There's a little undercut to this giant blob. And it's almost all basalt, but it's got a lot of this gray basalt. Some of this has been weathered, but there's some red in it, as you can see. Kind of an interesting, and of course the green you're seeing there is lichen, moss of some sort. Anyway, that's not really why we're here. Well, it is, but anyway, there's a pretty good view of the Cascade Range from here. And were this the winter time, they would be snow-capped. But let me take you through this interesting boulder field here to an overlook where you can see a lot of the mountains in the range. Oh, here we go. Yeah. All right. See if I can zoom this in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. From left to right, that's Mount Bachelor, tucked up in the arm of that other hill. Then you've got Three Sisters with the snow cap on it. And then back this direction, I don't know if you can see it through the trees or not, at Mount Hood. Mount Hood there. And where is she? Mount Jefferson. That's a lowly butte. That. Oh, there's Mount Jefferson, and look what's behind it.
See the moon?
Yep. Yeah, that's the harvest moon, biggest of the year, and it's on the way down. And we got up here just in time to see it, just before it's set. It's a little bright, so I hope it's coming through on the camera. Looks like it is here from the back screen. But anyway, that's our reason for walking up here. Most of the Cascade Mountains are showing up today. And you have to do it in the morning, because if you're in the afternoon, the sun is behind them and the contrast is so poor that we don't usually take pictures of Three Sisters, Mount Bachelor in the afternoon. Got to be here in the morning. Isn't that lovely though? Thought I saw some wildlife while I was nosing around here. Oh yeah, there she is. Isn't she a beauty? An American photographer lady. Yep, Mount Jefferson, that looks good. Gotta wonder how that basalt formed like that, pushed up from the ground like that. It's just incredible. But anyway, there's got to be a better view up here, because she just took the effort to come up here. I guess I will too. Whoa, here we go. So let's see what we're looking at here. Oh yeah, the moon's about to go down here in a little while. You want your tripod, or can you handhold it?
I can handhold it. I got my pillow.
And then Mount Hood, way off in the distance there. There's going to be some snow on it this weekend. We're talking about 4 inches of snow at Government Camp, which is a pass that we have to travel back through. But it's been so warm, the snow will never stick to the roads. Not for many weeks, I don't imagine. Anyway, so if you happen to walk the entire loop, depending on which way you come around, this is where you'll come to first. And this is the first view you get. Rather than walk a mile around to get to here, we walked a quarter mile up to get here. That's just being smart. But I thought it was interesting. There's a map here that shows all the high points here in the Cascades that are snow covered. So you got Mount Bachelor here, and then Broken Top, and then the Three Sisters, and this is Haystack Butte, and you can see all of that right here. Interesting the way that tree managed to find a home in this basalt area right up through the rocks. I'm going to stick my neck out and say that this is not from a lava flow. This came up right out of the ground, right in this very spot. Cooled and then hardened. It might, I said it was basalt. It might be rhyolitic though. I think rhyolite is very heavy, thick, pasty, doesn't flow at all, not like basalt. And so I wish I were more of a geologist, but the fact that it's got a lot of stuff mixed in with it makes me think it's rhyolitic, but I'm no expert. Beautiful area. Looks like Monica's going to get some spectacular pictures. She brought her camera gear up here and her tripod, and you got to admit it's pretty up here. Here's an interesting rock. It's all red. Ah! What the heck is that doing here? It's one of those things where it like just doesn't belong. Oh, there's a nice big, what is that? Probably a killer bee. Hibernating. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it definitely has a pattern of lines etched in it. What geologists will call slicken lines would indicate a fault or some movement in this direction. But yeah, like I said, I'm no geologist, but I'm a quick study. And this little guy here, hopefully he won't wake up. Seems while we've been here, a lenticular cloud is starting to form over the tops of the South Sister and the Middle Sister. Yeah, there's a weather front coming. We're supposed to get rain here tomorrow or the next day. And I've come to a new conclusion. This is probably not basalt, and here's why. I've got a feeling, and judging by the amount of debris on the ground, that's made up of this brownish red rock here. I'm not just wondering, and then you look at the face of this rock, it's almost all red. But I have a feeling that that red is the natural color of this rock, and that anything that looks gray is just centuries of weathering. Huh. I'll have to do a Google search, I guess. Yeah, it's in places it's mostly red, and then if you look closely, it's covered with all kinds of lichen, little furry things, but it's red underneath. So the rock is not gray at all. Okay, so here's a lesson for y'all. Next time you drive by a spot that you've been past 100,000 times and never stopped, stop and check it out. Might be worth it.
It's
like
worth it.
This.
That's for sure.
Yep. We'll post some pictures. Ta-ta. So here we are, headed down to the lake, see if we can't scare up some bass. I caught one yesterday, and I've got my chest camera on here so I can catch the action if there's any. You can see this or not, but I've got a little orange-headed black streamer on here. It's supposed to imitate like a leech or a sculpin. Anyway, that's supposedly what the bass like here, but I'm not sure if we're getting out to them or not. Geez, who's casting this thing? Something ain't right. There we go. Got wrapped around the tip. All right, let's get it out there a ways. shoot some line out. Now we're getting a little further out. There we go. Let's go all the way out. Okay. We'll see what they like there. And then what I'm doing is I'm just making it act like it's swimming. Pulling in slow, sometimes a couple of fast twitches like that. Sometimes a long pull like that. But so far, this morning I haven't gotten any bites. Yesterday, first cast, and I had a small largemouth bass on the line. Hooked another one a little bit later, but I don't think this doesn't have a bead head on it, so it's not sinking very fast or very far. So I may switch it up to a different pattern with a beaded weight on the end, get it down a little further. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay, well, this is weird. I've been casting and reeling and casting and reeling. I finally just casted it in and started walking towards Monica. And I'll be darned if I didn't snag another. This is a largemouth bass, but they're pretty small. They're pretty small. They're pretty small. But they like these black leech-like looking things here. There we go. Not a bad fish. There you go. Bye-bye, buddy. I'll catch you again here in a minute. Yes, I'm sure they're all different. Anyway, well, I guess that's one technique I can count on. Monica's had a couple bites down here. We're getting out of this algae. I don't know if you can see this green algae. It's a toxic algae bloom is what it is, and you don't want to get the water in your mouth or on your face or anything. But so there is a way to catch them. Monica's got one in here too. They seem to like the leech looking streamers. Oh, I've got one too now, or I'm stuck.
Hang on, I need to get this guy out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to go for another day. See?
You got him. Yep, hold him up. So we. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're not real big, but they're in here.
But I just need to get him free.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, guy. Go on. He went away perfect.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Home sweet home. Yeah, we're slumming it. Are you with me?
I am. I was trying to see if I could put my hammock up.
Oh, there's a couple of trees around here probably you could string it between, but not today. Monica's wanting to go kayaking, so she's gonna go ahead and put her kayak together. It's a bit of a challenge, especially if you haven't done it in a while, but she's got this. So here we are, just sitting about the campfire, taking pictures of this beautiful view, and it's just very quiet. It's nice.
Very nice.
So while we were sitting here, the view has changed. The sun has dropped down below the level of the clouds, and now the entire, what is that, the north bank, I guess? Yeah, of the Ochiko Reservoir.
Yep.
Is highlighted. Looks pretty cool. So we thought we'd take a quick little walk out here and see if we couldn't catch some semblance of a sunset. And yeah, that's looking pretty nice.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Earlier we saw the sun shining on that opposite shore there. So we thought we'd take a walk out here and see if we could actually catch a sunset. And that's pretty much it. Well, that's pretty much it. So this is the first time we've actually put this tripod torch to practical use. It's actually generating quite a bit of heat, and it's very comfortable sitting around it. We've got a couple of shields up that kind of direct the heat in a certain direction. And the only downside to this is that those plates that we use to deflect the heat, and of course the shaft itself, is they they get a pretty sooty mess. So we'll see how it is cleaning up after it. But it's compact, takes up almost no room, puts out a lot of heat, and we'll see how quickly we go through gas. Yeah, so this is kind of an experiment to see how quickly we go through a, what is that, maybe a 5-pound tank, 2.5 gallons, something like that. Now we've had a fire last night and this morning and this evening. We'll see how long it lasts. Having steaks tonight. 2 minutes on the side should be just about right. Goes on or not, can't see a thing but sky. This is doubtful dirt road, by the way. It's in the general vicinity of where we're at, so Monica's out there to take a look.
Okay. That way goes straight off a cliff.
Okay.
That way goes down that way.
Okay.
So there.
So I guess we go back in reverse. That to the left doesn't really go anywhere. Suddenly
Nope.
It's
It's just pretty much
raining and windy.
Yeah.
Close the door, please. Oh well. This is a fun road, actually. It improves your backing skills.
That's for sure.
Or we could have just drove off a cliff, like Thelma and Louise.
We could have. It would have been a perfect spot.
Oh, look out.
You knocked your mirror off.
Yeah, I see that. Knock the mirror off. Knock the... Oh. Okay, that mirror's fine. Now I gotta go get my trailer mirror. There we go. Just snaps on.
And you're in good luck because you didn't break any mirror, so
No.
there's no cracks. Hey, look at the blue sky's coming back out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's behind you. Kind of matches your jacket.
Okay, mischief managed. 16, 18 degrees, 21 degrees. 21 degrees.
Uh-oh.
Now see,
Now you should have stuck it in something.
this
Oh,
has
it
done
is.
this to me again now,
Oh.
where it's actually come out of gear. And I don't know what causes it.
High tree. I don't know, but it says that we're on McVeigh Lane, which obviously this is not McVeigh Way. Or whatever. Wherever the heck it thinks we are, we're not there.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because we're in low range. Auto park disabled. I didn't know I even had auto park. And that's
Electronic
weird.
stability control off.
Yeah, it always is.
Coolant temperature. Shouldn't have done that. It's not that part of the hill.
No, I don't know what's going on. Why it does that.
That's kind of what it did that one time when we were down at
It's
Fifth Street, yeah. Pretty out there. There's the fire ring. It's not windy up here either, which I'm really surprised.
Okay, well, we made it up here. But it popped out of gear again. I got to figure out what's going on with that. We're in low range, automatic. It's for some reason it will all of a sudden just jump out of gear and lights start flashing, and it's just weird. But anyway, well, actually you can see where we're camped pretty much. Those people down there, that's our neighbors. I'll show you if I can. Yeah, those rigs down there, a couple of hunters up here. And yeah, we're parked in the grove just beyond that. Can't see the trailer from here. But anyway, it's a nice view. It's a heck of a pull getting up here though. Very steep climb. And yeah, you got to have that Jeep, but man, it's disconcerting when it just jumps out of gear on you. Weird. Anyway, thought we'd do a little off-roading. We happen to know about this road. And there's a gate that's closed a good chunk of the year. We might make a right-hand turn and go down in there. Just for fun. Because this actually dead ends. I don't know if you can see that red barn over there. Yeah, that's actually his Doubtful Dirt Road is his driveway. That's basically what it is. So, oh, I see I'm all zoomed all the way in again. All right, let's zoom out here so you're not looking up my nose. There we go. Yep. Got a little stormy there for a while, but it's passing. Okay, so back down we go. That's easy. You don't need. You can go down in neutral. You will make it to the bottom. I'll have to get that checked out though. Somebody must know something. Guess so. You ready?
I'm ready. I couldn't hitchhike.
Let's go.
The metal wheels, the round circly pictures that I took, the metal wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Stop
I don't know.
for a second. Hand me your recorder.
Anyway, this area up here is some kind of winter feeding ground, which is why they closed the gate. And I imagine they use these bins for what? Maybe hay, or I doubt if they need water. But anyway, here. Okay, yeah, that says that this is a crucial deer winter range management area. Deer and elk, and that's why it's closed from December to May. But it's a really cool road. If it's open, take it. Well, the fire ban's lifted, and we managed to get a real live fire going, even after it rained on this pile all night long.
After we went up in the woods to find it. We did not cut any wood. This was
No,
all
we
stuff.
scavenged it from every other
campground,
site around. And we managed to pull up enough for a morning fire.